Hello everyone, welcome to Level Change channel. Today we are going to fly again from Amsterdam to Paris Charles de Gaulle. We are connected on IVAO network and we are going to start this flight very soon. I just want to check what kind of ATC we have right now. We have Amsterdam west approach, so we are going to select it to communication 1, and I'm going to also select on the 80s on communication 2, and we are going to hear the 80s soon as well. Let me just check what we have here, because it doesn't look that you are receiving the information or this audio. So give me a minute. I will try to find on audio here. I need to add, no, not this. Guys, bear with me just a minute. I will start this broadcast soon. Okay, so let me see what my IVAO is selecting. So this phone, I just I want to see why you do not listen to my ATC as well. Anyway, I'm giving you right now the simulator audio, and let's see if you can hear ATC as well. Please guys, let me know if you can hear ATC. Marcos Andrade is already here. Jobson Santos say good morning as well. Also Danilo Rodriguez and our Soto Gamer, they all say good morning. So what we are going to do today, so we have here, okay, this is our sim. We are inside the Boeing 737-800. Right now we have the APU running, and we are going to start our procedures here in the cockpit. First thing that we want to do is to check the airplane itself. So let's come here on the PMDG setup. PMDG setup, then aircraft failures. I want to make sure there's no failure, active failures, and also on the FS actions we are all set, including ground maintenance, all fine. Okay, so what we are going to do now is to check our oil quantity for the engines. They are perfect. Also we come here on the system and we check the hydraulic quantity is also fine. On the upper overhead panel, oxygen for the crew is okay, so we can start by aligning our IRS, also turning on the arming the emergency exit lights. And another thing that I want to do is to set the parking brake. So parking brake is set. The next step is to come here to the performance tool, and we are going to import everything from the OFP. So we need to select the OFP first. So electronic flight bag, and we can request data from SimBrief. Okay, this is the data from SimBrief. And now we can go to our performance tool and import everything from the OFP. Let's check our 80s. I hope you can hear the 80s, guys. Let me know if you are hearing the 80s. So we have information delta is departing runway 24 or 18 left. So I expect to depart on runway 24. Okay, so that's runway 24 for departure. Wind is 270 at 9, temperature 11 and QNH 1014. Okay, so with this kind of information, we can come here and select 121.5, which is the emergency frequency. We already heard the 80s. Guys, please let me know if you heard the 80s or not, so I can broadcast to you the IVAO communications as well. So you are not hearing our 80s. Kleber Jorge Lasmar is also here. Flavio Oliveira. He asked at the last departure I did the NADP2. This procedure, the acceleration should be done to the flap up speed. Yes, to the minimum clean speed, not não é a velocidade máxima limpa, é a velocidade mínima limpa, ok, Flávio? It's the minimum clean speed. Danilo said negative. I think he said negative about the 80, so I think you are not hearing IVAO in this case. Please just confirm if that's the case. I will try to check this one more time. So basically we are departing runway 24 today. We can import everything from OFP, and the CG here we can select something as 20 is not going to be much difference in this case, and we can calculate, verify the weight and select a different flap or the rated thrust. So it says we cannot do it with this. Very interesting. Let's try with packs off. We have a calculation error here. Why? Let me try to do 65 tons. Yeah, with 65 tons it calculates. If we take 68 tons, yeah, it calculates with 68 tons. It was not taking the correct value. So 67,500 is what we need. 67,500, and we can calculate. Yeah, it works even with 51 degrees. So I think we don't need the packs off. We can keep packs on. We try to calculate again. Yeah, so we can leave here Amsterdam for sure, and the landing in Paris is not a problem for us as well. Something that I'm going to do already in the electronic flight bag are the charts. So on the departure, I want to select the SIDs, and if I'm not wrong, well, we can check it from our OFP. It says CUDA 3 Sierra. Okay, CUDA 3 Sierra. We try to find here CUDA 3 Sierra. CUDA 3 Sierra is the RNAV departure. That's the one. We go all the way to Woody, and in the airport we can select not the airport briefing itself. I want to see the airport. So this is the airport. We are in position 56, and on arrival there in Paris airport as well, and we can select here the airport. Most probably we'll be landing runway 27 right, so the approach for 27 right, 26 right here, 27 left, 27 right. Yes, this is the initial approach for 27, right? Not this. Not this as well. This is from the other side. This is a good one. But this is only for the night. Not the case, and this is also only for the night. So here we have now the ILS 27 right, and airport and the terminals. Let's see, terminal 1, 2, 1 and 3, not the case. Terminal 2, that's the one we go. Most probably go to Bravo 01. So we want this chart as well. Now I'm just going to select the pinned ones. So we have here airport, we have SID for departure, we have arrival. We didn't select the arrival, so one more time on Paris we go to arrivals, and what we are looking for is the Mopil 9 Whiskey arrival. So Mopil 9 Whiskey, is this the one? Let's check. Yeah, that's the Mopil 9 Whiskey arrival. So we have everything now. I can come back to the pinned charts and back to the standard procedure. So one guy is going to do the exterior inspection, and the other one is going to perform the pre-flight in this case. He says no audio for you. You were supposed to be hearing the flight simulator. I know it's a little bit how can I say this, is not that strong. The volume is really low because I don't want it to mess up with my ears here. Let me just think what you can do. I want you to listen what is on my phone as well. So this one, I want to see headphones. And now you can hear VATSIM ATC as well. Okay, that's it.
Hotel Charlie, Skipper approach, go ahead.
You hear ATC release, the ATC release soon, so all fine for now. Okay. Arnold Lima, hey Fonseca, first live for me this year. Yes, I didn't do much this year,
correct. QNH 1014 startup.
But yeah, we cannot do. I'm not doing many live streams this year because of the time zone here in the Middle East, but yeah, I think that's the second or third I do this year only, so you are not very far. Okay, so let's go back to our procedures and we'll start the pre-flight procedure. So the pre-flight procedure here, I'm just selecting a couple of things on the overhead, including the window heat and the right igniter for our first flight of the day. Then we come down. Here what we need is the flight director. We also need auto throttle. We need to select our altimeter 1014. We need traffic. We need airport. Airport is fine. So on this side as well, traffic and airport. Minimum range for the departure is the best. This one we can keep on 10, one more, which is fine. Auto brake, RTO, and if we come down here, everything is set. Okay, so we go to the FMC. So FMC, we have the correct airplane. We are going to depart from Amsterdam, Echo Hotel Alpha Mike. Echo Hotel Alpha Mike as reference airport, and we can go to the next page and take the GPS coordinate as IRS position. Then on the route, I'm going to depart Amsterdam, and I'm going to request Amsterdam to Lima Fox Papa. I don't know why this is not working properly. Lima Fox Papa Golf as destination, and I can request flight plan, the one from SimBrief. So I can already set the payload, and I can set the fuel as well.
Confirmation Delta's current QNH 1014, stop.
And I can select the route. Guys, I need 1 minute because I have someone in my door. Just a minute.
Tango 2, then, yeah, I call you when ready, please. Open up Hamilton.
Sorry guys, I'm back. I had someone in my door, but just rang the bell and left. So, we have the route now ready to be loaded. Arnold Lima says that the audio from Vatsin is amazing. When possible, can you explain the difference between payload and zero fuel weight? Yes. Actually, let me just make sure we have the current and the right road here. And when I go to the zero fuel weight, I explain to you. Payload, everything is set. So we go departure arrival. We are going to depart runway 24. And here, Cuda 3 Sierra, departure. And arrival in Paris. So runway ILS 27 right. Our arrival is I think I'm almost there. Mopix 9 electronic flight bag one more time. Arrival Mopil. We go on Mopil 9. This one is the 9 whiskey. Okay, so Mopil 9 whiskey. Mopil 9 whiskey is this one. And our transition, what we want to see is on the approach transition, we want to see this Lorny 6 whiskey. So Lorny 6 whiskey. Lorny 6 whiskey. And we are all set. Okay, so the route is set. We can go to the performance initialization. We can request performance as well. So let me explain to Arnold Lima what's the difference between payload and zero fuel weight. So the airplane has an empty weight. So the airplane itself has a weight, and without anything or anyone on board, that's the weight of the airplane. Okay, so once you have the airplane, everything that you put inside your airplane without being the fuel is your payload. Okay, so your payload is everything that you have between your empty airplane and your takeoff weight without the fuel. Okay, so the fuel is the fuel, the empty airplane is the weight of the airplane, and whatever you have inside the airplane as customers, as bags, as cargo, as mail, everything, this is the payload. Okay, why they call payload? Because this is the load that you are carrying on the airplane that is actually paying the flight. Okay, so what we have here, and I'm going to execute this cost index 5, reserve 3.5 and 3.4, sorry, and zero fuel weight of 61.3. That means the airplane is now weighing 61.3 tons without the fuel. And this zero fuel weight is the sum of the airplane empty weight plus the payload. Okay, so let me just check our flight level for today. we are expecting flight level 290. Okay, so let me go back here, and I'm going to select 290 as nope 290. I don't know why I made this. Okay, 290 is our cruise level. Okay, and with this I can already come here on the legs page, route data, and request our winds. As our level is 290, I can select here on the pressurization 290, and our landing altitude in Paris is around 400 feet. So landing altitude 400 feet. Okay, let's go back to our route data, load the winds. João Paulo Pires say good morning all, Simuero. Hello Captain, good morning. Good morning Rick 737-800. Hello Captain, like 14. He doesn't know English very well, but he's telling us to have a good flight. Okay, the winds are here. Forecast uplink ready, so we go to descent page, forecast, and we can load the descent wind as well. Flávio Oliveira says when you are going to insert the approach procedure, you have an option of on or off for the glide slope. What it okay, so this for on and off, let me find here. This is on the approach reference page, so you have this option for the glide slope on and off. I've never seen this on a real airplane, but it's I think it's something related to the flight simulator itself. I want to check with you. For you, I'm going to explain you next live broadcast. Okay, I never selected this as off, and I assume that with off you will not have your descent glide path here, like I can show you on, where is it? It was supposed to be here from Fox 27, right? We go to runway, and it should be here, the glide, but it's not, maybe because I don't have everything calculated so far. Yeah, this is okay. Let me see where it ends. Yeah, 5,000, and then we have the runway with, yeah, I think this is going to show later on the 3-degree glide path. Okay, so I think that this information here, when you go to the approach page, is just because of the glide slope on the flight simulator itself, because I've never seen on the real airplane anything like this. Okay, now we have our route. I'm going to ask for ATC clearance, so let's talk to Amsterdam approach and tell them that we have information Delta and we request ATC clearance to Paris. Amsterdam, hello. Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot, information Delta, request ATC clearance to Paris.
Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot, skipper approach, hello, information Delta's currently cleared to Paris. Queued out to Echo departure runway 18 left. Initial climb for level 60, squawk 2141.
Roger, KLM, Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot, we are clear to Paris via Kudat 2 Echo departure, runway 18 left, initial altitude flight level 60 and squawk 2141.
Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot, correct.
Okay, so we have a different departure here. We are going to depart on runway 18 left today. Departure is CUDA 2 Echo. Okay, so this is CUDA 2 Echo. We are going to make sure we have CUDA 2 Echo in a second. Our initial altitude by ATC is 6,000 feet. Okay, and now I go to the charts again, and we want to change on the departure SID and this was supposed to be CUDA to Echo. So let's find here CUDA to Echo departure, CUDA to Fox, CUDA to Echo. So this is our departure from runway 18 left. There's no speed restriction, only 250 below 10, transition out to this 3000, and we fly Alpha Mike 073, Leco, Kudad and Woody. Initial climb clearance is flight level 60, and this is by ATC as well. So 500, 73, Leco, Kudad and Woody. Let's make sure we have the same thing here on the legs page. 500, 73, Leco, Kudad and Woody, no altitude restrictions, so we are fine with this. We need a transponder, a squawk code of 214.
And KLM 1847 ready for taxi.
214.
KLM 1847, taxi
One.
on Bon Echo 5, runway 18 left.
One more thing, the departure heading is 182, so we can select the departure heading 182 here.
Right, KLM 1847.
It takes some time for me as I'm adjusting the heading on my autopilot here, 182. So we know we have the correct lateral navigation, so the lateral navigation is set. Another thing that we have to do today, because we changed the runway, is on the performance tool. We need to change runway to 18 left. Okay, this is the runway that we want today, 18 left, and pretty much the same conditions, so we can calculate again, and we still have flaps 5, rating is takeoff, select temperature 51, speed V1142, VR143, V2147, and that's what we are going to insert on our FMC, so we can go to the N1 limit. The outside temperature is 11. We are going to take 51 degrees as assumed temperature. Take off with flaps 5. The CG from the airplane is 19.2. We can already set here 19.2. Let me use my trim here. We have to select again 5.64, so this is almost 6. Okay, here we are. The speeds that we have from the performance is 42, 43 and 47. So 142, 143 is already here, 147 is also here. On the next page we are going to accelerate at 1000, but the thrust reduction maximum at 3000, but we are going to make thrust reduction as soon as we select flaps 1. So that means we are going to when we select flaps 1, we are going to come here on the autopilot and we are going to press the N1 button to reduce from the rated takeoff 51 degrees to the climb speed manually. Okay, so we are going to do it manually. VNAV we can arm now with a speed of 147. Okay, 147, which is our V2. 147. Okay, all set. Another thing that we need to maintain until 3000, our flap up speed. So based on our speeds right now, a flap up speed will be around 215 knots. Yeah, we are quite heavy because our flap up speed is VRF flap 40 plus 70. That's make a 213. So on the climb page here, we are going to maintain 215 until 3000. That's the easiest way that I think to do it. And then speed of 250 for takeoff. And then we select after 10,000 feet, we can come here and accelerate for our economic speed later on. Okay, so everything is set. It says here that Mopil, this restriction is actually wrong. It's 280 or below on the speed. okay, just like this 250 or below here on the speed as well, and 130 or below, and this is also 250 or below, not 25, B is 250 or below on the speed. Come on guys, 280 B slash over Mopil, 250 B slash over Devon, and 250 B slash over Lorne. That's what we need. That's what we are planning to play. Okay, here we are. Let me just finish our chat here. What else it says? Last week I faced variable wind on METAR. Is it possible to insert it on the FMC? When departing Fonseca I could do it and I could find it how. No, you cannot insert variable wind. So in this case you have to insert a certain heading, or you can select any heading with wind 0, or select for the departure. In case of you are trying to use something here on the weather, use tailwind slash and then the speed of the wind. For example, if it is variable at 3 and you are going to depart runway 18, you select 360 slash 3, okay? But variable at 3, you cannot do it. Arnold Lima says, so the payload, it's the airplane weight and the pay cargo. I've heard from someone the payload, it's the aircraft and cargo and zero. No, the payload is not. Yeah, so the airplane weight and the pay cargo. I've heard from someone the payload is the airplane and cargo, and zero fuel weight, it's the weight plus, no, payload includes the cargo. Okay, so payload is your passengers, is your mail, is your cargo, everything that pays for the flight is the payload. So the airplane weight itself plus the payload makes the zero fuel weight, okay? Gustavo Vieira, hi Fonseca, little question, why some flights in Europe have letters in call sign? It's just to create more options for the call sign and reduce call sign confusion, okay? Because they have so many flights in that airspace that sometimes it's better to use some letters like I did today with 5 Charlie Foxtrot, okay? That's the only reason. Okay, so we are done with the performance, we are done with our computations here. We can come back, select the engine. Oh, I didn't do the pre-flight checklist, so I'm going to do the pre-flight checklist with you now. So we were supposed to do it before we ask for clearance. So oxygen is tested at 100%, navigation transfer and display switches.
KLM 1010.
They are normal and auto, window heat is on, pressurization mode selector is auto, flight instrument heading 001, altimeter 1014, parking brake is set, engine start levers cut off, and now we can do our pre-flight. So to do our pre-flight, actually what I'm going to ask here is to close the airplane doors and to remove the bridge. So let's do it from here. Menu, FS actions, doors. We close the main door and we also come on the ground service. We can release the jetway and remove the shocks for now. Okay, all set. So now we can start with our before start procedure. We are turning on the fuel pumps, we are turning on the seatbelt sign, electric hydraulic pumps, they also go on. Specs we can keep it out for a while, we don't really have to do it now. Anti-collision light, it's on, and our transponder, it goes to transponder. Now we can do our before start checklist. So flight deck door is closed and locked. Fuel, we have right now 6,000 kilograms, pumps on, passenger signs, they are on, windows locked, MCP V2147, heading 182, altitude 6,000, speeds V1 142, VR 143, V2 147, CDU pre-flight is completed, rudder and aileron trim, they are free and zero, taxi and takeoff briefing is completed, anti-collision light is on, and before start checklist is complete.
Papa Hotel Hotel Charlie, request direct Bravo.
Papa Hotel Charlie Charlie, direct Bravo.
Direct Bravo, Papa Hotel Hotel Charlie.
Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot, request push and start.
Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot, information echoes current QNH 1014, push start approved.
1014, we'll check echo, push and start approved. Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot. Okay, so we are going to check the 80s rig soon. And we are clear for our pushback, so I'm just selecting here the pushback where I want. Here it's fine, and I can request the pushback.
Cockpit to ground.
Meanwhile, we are going to listen to information echo.
Audi 24 and L 23. Acknowledge information echo.
So let's hear the information echo.
Default departure and arrival information echo. Time 14052.
Runway 23, winds are 27 degrees, 1 knots, Bravo departure, clear for takeoff. Caution traffic is a Capri currently directing to Bravo.
Wind 270 degrees 10 knots. Visibility more than 10 kilometers. Clouds scattered 600 feet. Broken 1,000 feet. Temperature 12. Dew point 11. QNH 1014 hectopascal.
Parking brakes are released.
Transition level 40. EHRD.
So nothing really changed. So we'll start in sequence now.
November, Roger.
Backs
Bravo,
off.
just caution traffic currently overhead.
Engine number 2 to ground. And now we monitor our N2. We want to see the N1 as well. And with 25% N2, we can release the fuel. So it's almost there, 24, 25, so fuel is in.
Papa Hotel Hotel Charlie Charlie, Alpha Bravo, leaving the CTR.
Papa Hotel Charlie Charlie, Roger, free exchange approved. Bye-bye.
Free exchange approved, see you later. Papa Hotel Hotel Charlie Charlie.
Here we are, monitoring the engine start.
Chief Proton, confirm after Sugo direct SPL for KLM 1010.
Direct to Sierra.
We make sure the airplane is stopped. It is. Brakes. And parking brake set.
Yeah, Papa Yankee for
We can start
KLM 1010.
engine number 1 now.
Clear to disconnect. Pin has been removed. See you at the side. Have a good flight. Hold
Thank you.
position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you and goodbye. He's going to release. And with 25% N2 again on the engine number 1 now, we are going to release the fuel. And here we are. I'll take the FMC right on the legs page. Now we have starter cut out. The engine is completing the engine start. Yep. So now Captain asks for the departure flaps 5, and the FO can start his sequence by taking the generators to on, back to auto, isolation valve auto, APU bleed off, APU off, engine start switch, I will take them to continuous,
Ship approach, pop out.
and I'm going to select
November, Roger, free change approved, bye-bye.
this is anti-collision light. Okay, that's all fine. So
010, I'm going to check you on the head and turn left heading 030 degrees.
recall all set. We can take the engine parameters out and flight controls, and then we are ready for our before taxi checklist.
Communication. See again the last information, please, sir.
Before taxi checklist, it says generators are on, probe heat on. I forgot about it. I think I forgot about it. Yeah. Probe heat on. Oh, this one we have the auto position, so we can keep it on the auto position, which is fine. Anti-ice is off. Isolation valve auto. Engine start switch, they are continuous. Recall, we did checked. Auto brake is RTO. Engine start levers idle detent. Flight controls check. Ground equipment clear. Before taxi checklist complete. Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot, request taxi.
KLM 5 Charlie Foxtrot, taxi on point Echo 5, runway 18 left 5 Bravo.
Via Bravo, Echo 5, 18 left, Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot. So we go via Bravo. Okay, so taxi light, we just turn it on now, and we can release our parking brake and start our taxi. Here we go. So Bravo is the second one to the left. So here we are. We can do our before takeoff checklist. Before takeoff checklist says flaps, they are 5 green lights, stabilizer trims 5.64 units. Before takeoff checklist is complete. All set, and here we go. João Vitor Balduino, hi Fonseca, thanks for live stream today. It's always great to hear you in English, especially for training purpose. I'm pursuing an upgrade from ICAO 4 to 5 soon. Really nice, João. Yeah, I was ICAO 4 in Brazil. I did the ICAO test 3 times in Brazil. All of them I was level 4. Then I did here in the Middle East, the first one I did, I got level 5, and then 6 years later, which was end of last year, I did again, and I got level 6. I really don't know how, but yeah, I got level 6. So keep up, keep studying. My recommendation to anyone that is studying English is to change your phone to English, change your computer to English, immerse yourself into the English language as much as you can.
Right 090.
So here we continue on Bravo. And approach for KLM 5 Charlie, sorry, for Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot. Which holding point do you want us again?
Echo 5.
Roger, we are approaching Echo 5 and we are ready for takeoff. Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot.
Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot, runway 18 left for the winds 270 degrees, 10 knots, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff for runway 18 left. Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot. Okay, so this is the runway. I'm going to turn my weather radar on, and right now runway turn off.
Confirm descent altitude 2,000 feet.
Landing lights, they are on, and also I want the strobo lights on, which here is the anti-collision. Yeah, this one to on, and our transponder to TARA.
KLM 1010, turn right, heading 150 degrees, clear Dallas approach runway 18 right.
Okay, here we go.
Right 150, KLM 1010.
Oops, not good. I stopped on the runway.
And clear at LS approach runway.
Here we go.
8 right, KLM 1010.
So we are clear for takeoff. It's really hard to use this steering that I'm using right now.
Approach.
So we have it 40%.
372, radio check.
We are ready to go.
Austrian 372, Skipper approach 10.
Okay.
Read you 5.
So 40% N1.
Skipper approach, hello.
Toga.
372 with information.
N1 Toga.
We are requesting IVAO clearance to Vienna.
And here we are.
Austrian 372, information echoes, current cleared to Vienna on M4 Echo departure on
80 knots is
and
checked.
to climb a flight level 60, squawk 1000.
With a little bit of wind from the right, so right aileron, left feet, and here we go. Airborne. What's your rate of climb? Bell and gear up. We can fly a little bit.
372, correct.
VNAV speed 500. Left turn. Flap up speed is already pre-selected. Okay, as we pass 1000 we are going to accelerate now. Retract the flaps to 1. And as we retract flaps to 1 I can reduce our thrust. So I press N1, it reduced the climb thrust. And here we are, N1. Now we reach flap up speed and we are going to maintain flap up speed up to 3000 feet.
Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot, identified, climb flight level 130.
Climb flight level 130, Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot. So we can select the autopilot to on, command, and we are cleared altitude 130. So on altitude, this is transition as well, so we select altitude 130 and then we select standard on the altimeter 130. Altimeter go to standard, and flap is up, no light. We can do our after Takeoff checklist. Landing gear up and off. Auto brake to off. I will adjust my heading.
Keep approach, KLM 1010, establish shut at LS, approach runway 18.
And after takeoff checklist.
1010, runway 18 right, the wind's 27 degrees, 10 knots, clear to land.
After takeoff checklist, it states that the engine bleeds needs to be on. They are. Packs, they are also on. Landing gear is up and off, and flap up, no light. After takeoff checklist is complete. Okay, so now I'm going to turn again our restriction of 250 at 10,000 feet as a speed restriction, and economic speed for climb, and we can execute, and the VNAV will take care of our speed for now as well.
Approach, Austrian 372, ready for pushback.
So here we are.
372, information echo, QNH 1014, push target.
Let's give some different range for the pilot monitoring here so we can see the route around.
Austrian 372, QNH 1014, information echo, push target.
And here we are. Towards Paris, Charles de Gaulle.
Austrian 372, push and start approved.
Can take all the lights to
Affirm. Correction east.
Roger, thank you.
why is not working. Yeah, bright.
Run F5, Charlie Foxtrot, nothing further unfortunately, Mighty Unicom 122.8, ciao.
Thank you. 5 Charlie Foxtrot. Have a good day. Bye bye. Ciao. So now we have to go 122.8. 122.8. That's the Unicom frequency. As we do not have anything else from ATC, we can already select our altitude at cruise level now. There's no restriction on this departure, so we keep climbing to flight level 290. So altitude now we are going to set at 290. So almost there. 290 is set, and as we pass 10,000 feet we can take the seat belts to auto, landing lights off, runway turn off lights off, taxi off. I forgot about the engine start switches after takeoff, but we can take them to auto now if we forgot, as we just did. And here we go. We continue our flight towards Paris. I want to check here if we have any ATC in Paris. I'm going to check the IVAO web eye. Looks like we do have. We have France control. It says Paris control. Yeah, which is good. We also have yeah, for us will be Paris control on 128.105 soon. On 128.105. Good morning, says Eduardo Zamboni. Fala, Edu, beleza? Bom dia. So, again, heading, matching our current heading. We are flying LNAV, so we always keep the heading bug on the LNAV heading. And the frequency I told you, 128.105, if I'm not mistaken, 128.105. So this 128.105 we can pre-select here on the standby. So 128.105, which is the next controller that we are going to talk with. We are going to face some clouds. No, not really. So let's see from outside a little bit. Give you this beautiful view that we can have at Microsoft Flight Simulator. This Ryanair airplane here. departing from the Netherlands, Schiphol International Airport to Paris Charles de Gaulle International Airport as well. Yeah, Amsterdam is already behind us. Paris is a little bit to our right, and we'll get en route really soon as we still climb flight level 290. Our top of climb and top of descent will be really close. So let's go to our charts here, and we can take it in the electronic flight bag, the chart. Yeah, here we are. I want the standard chart. Yeah, this one. So I want the IFR high, which we have right now. I want to zoom in, and we are going to enter Paris control. Let me figure out where is Paris control. Here. Position. Woody. Can I declutter this a little bit? Not really. Okay, but you can see here the green border between what we have here as Maastricht ATC and the French ATC here. So around Woody we are going to call Paris. So we are almost there. Back to our charts. I just want the pinned one, the arrival. That's the next chart we have to comply with. As you can see, I change here maximum 280, so I change 280 or below, and also Devin is maximum 250, so I change to 250 or below. That's our speed. What we also need for this approach today will be the ILS frequency 110.35 and final approach course 264. So one more time, it's 264. I'm going to select already on our course 264. I will leave it ready for our approach. Course 264. Frequencies down there 110.35. So 110.35 on the ILS. On the right side as well, 110.35. This is an ILS. Yes, makes sense. And we can call Paris.
Paris, bonjour, clear to Lisbon via Lima Golf Lima 5 Bravo departure, runway 26 right, initial climb flight level 10.
What else we have here? Claudio Quintanilla, good morning Fonseca, I appreciate a flight in English, have a good flight. Thank you Claudio, thank you so much for being here again. I'm pretty good, thanks. Today I'm studying for the ICAO revalidation, a break for this sensational live. Yes, really nice. So if you are studying for your ICAO, it's really nice to be here today as well. So let's try and call Paris. Paris, bonjour, Ryanair 5, Charlie Foxtrot, 273, climbing 290.
Last station calling, second call sign, sorry?
That's Ryanair 5, Charlie Foxtrot. We are inbound Woody from Amsterdam.
Oh, Ryanair 5, Charlie Foxtrot. Hello, Squawk 1000.
Squawk 1000, Ryanair 5, Charlie Foxtrot. So we change our squawk code here to 1000.
Mike, ready for descent.
Behind 6 watt Mike 6 uniform for descent. Bye-bye, nice arrival.
122, this one, thank you, bye-bye, beeline 61 Mike.
So now we have FMC speed, VNAV path, we are level 290. We are 64 miles to our top of descent. Want to make sure our pressurization is fine for now. All set. We do have some clouds here today. Still out of clouds. If we do get in the clouds with the current outside temperature of progress. And next page, outside temperature of -46. Yeah, we do need. No, -40 is the. It's the minimum temperature for the anti-ice, so between +10 and -40, so we don't really need anti-ice for this cruise level today. I just want to confirm on the descent forecast that we have the information for Paris.
Identify flight level 290, expect Mopil 9 Whiskey arrival. And you can expect 27 left if you want for... I don't have any departure, 27 left.
We are happy with 27, right, if you don't mind, and Mopil 9 Whiskey, Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot.
Yeah, no problem, so you can expect 27 right and Mopil 9 Whiskey arrival.
Mopil 9 Whiskey arrival, ILS runway 27 right for Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot, thank you. So we are going to land on runway...
Paris Control, bonjour, Mirabel 17 Charlie Lima, avec vous.
On runway 27 right. I just want to get the weather for Paris. And the weather for Paris says right now wind is 300 at 9, visibility more than 10. Scatter clouds 2,000 feet, broken clouds 3,200, broken also 6,100. Temperature is 13 and QNH 1019. So here I can already preset our QNH of 1019. 1019 is pre-selected. On the approach chart, our minimums today is 592.
Just for information, traffic at show 10 nautical 10 o'clock, sorry. 19 nautical miles, Nebus A320 left to the right, descending to Amsterdam, currently 3,000 feet above. I don't have any contact because he's not in my space.
Roger, we'll keep looking for it, Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot, thank you.
Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot, because you are not in my airspace, if you want you can descend flight level 250 to be separated with the traffic.
Roger, we'll monitor the traffic for now and maintain 290, Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot.
Roger.
So, 592 as minimus. So, here we go.
Good afternoon, Squawk 1000.
592 is our minimus for today. So Bado as 592, I'm going to select. And let's think about our arrival on the performance side. So, if we go here to landing route, Charles de Gaulle, we are going to land on runway 27 right.
1515 Paris, bonjour.
Wait, what is our weight for today? As we are going to burn 700 kilos. This means we are going to land with 65.1 and flaps 30. Okay, 65. Why is not working? Again, my FMC is a little bit lazy today. 65.1, yes, and the speed flaps 30 is 148. So let's come here and insert 65-100, flaps 30, packs on, and what I want to see is auto brake 2 for now. Let's take the weather. I'm just going to select wind at 0. I don't want wind calculation into this, so I have a better margin. This is quite tight for runway 27 right. We have 2,712 feet available, and we are going to land in 2,369. So for this runway and this weight, we are quite heavy. We go auto brake 3. then we land in 1,800 meters, and we still have around 1 kilometer of runway ahead of us. So this looks better for today. So we're going to land flaps 30, auto brake 3, and no reverse, only idle reverse. So let's take this into our airplane. Brake 3, flaps 30 is already selected. And here is our last turn before we start our descent.
Easy 7 Hotel Victor, frequency.
So all set. I think we don't have anything else for this approach.
1225 prêt pour la descente.
Air France 1225, descente.
So I'm going to do another recall here.
1225, merci.
Everything is correct, and we can start our descent checklist. So the descent checklist states that pressurization, we have a landing altitude at 400 feet, recall is checked, auto brake is auto brake 3, landing data, we have VREF 3148 and minimum battle 592. Approach briefing is also complete. I just want to show you how is going to be our taxi for today. So here on the electronic flight bag we can go to the arrival charts and airport in Paris. That's the one that we want for today. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to land on runway 27 right, vacate left on Zulu 3, cross runway 27 left at Kilo 3 to Delta 6. On Delta 6 we join Delta, and Delta most probably south on November. November or Foxtrot, these are the two options that we have. And once we get on November or Foxtrot, we take left on Echo, and then we are going to join the Terminal 2 via Tango Bravo 2, and then our position is
level 250, expedite climb until flight level 160.
Our parking position is going to be here via Tango Bravo 2, Golf 3 Orange most probably, or standard Golf 3 to Bravo 01. We go Bravo 01, this is our arrival.
150 Romeo Kilo.
Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot, proceed direct to Lorny.
Direct to Lorny, Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot. So let's fly direct to Lorny. Lorny. Let's see how it looks like. Looks good.
Ah, par contre, attendez, j'ai pas de niveau de vol.
No, we need to take Lorny at the first page. Yeah. Now we execute. Here we are. Almost on top of descent.
Et Paris, bonjour, Air France 76 Delta Alpha avec vous, niveau 340 sur Ardol.
Bonjour, Air France 76 Delta Alpha, transpondeur 1000.
So here we are, ready to descend really soon. And Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot, we are ready for descent.
Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot, descent flight level 130.
Descent flight level 130, Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot. So altitude, we select now 130. Altitude 130 is set. So what else we have here? Pillar 753 says, good morning Fonseca, how are you going on? All good, man, all good. Just a short flight today to see how the notebook is working, because I made some changes on my NVIDIA driver, on my DLSS file as well. So I just wanted to do a check on all those things, including this live stream for you. So almost in my lunch time, almost no jobs for today, so I will enjoy this masterclass. Thank you so much, my friend. Henrique Moura, good morning Fonseca. your videos about pilot life is very cool. When are you going to Brazil? I'm going to Brazil on the 29th. Last day of this month, last day of February, I'm going to be in Brazil, and I hope I can go and check RIC 737-800 home cockpit. Let's see if I can make it. Thank you for your message, Henrique. Arnon Lima, very short taxi, yeah. That's Paris. Always very difficult to taxi in Paris.
Feeder 3465, proceed direct to Valax.
Direct Valax, Viber 3465.
Air France 1225, guidage ILS 27 droite, continue au cap.
Air France 1225, continue au cap pour
So here we already did our descent checklist. Let's have a look outside. We are going to, yeah, these clouds are not a problem for us. I do not expect any ice. You can really see through those clouds, so not a big deal. Later on, let's see how our true or total air temperature works. If we still have temperature below 10 degrees positive and we are going to face some clouds later on during the descent, we can turn our engine anti-ice to on.
Air France Delta Alpha, identifié, arrivé Ardol 9 Whiskey sur Orly, direct Eboma.
So I will bring this back to the descent page as it was supposed to be.
Air France Romeo Kilo, l'arrivée sur Unicom 128, à bientôt.
On passe sur Unicom, mais...
What else I can tell you guys?
À plus tard.
Looks like I am free for the next 3 minutes. And then we are going to start working on this approach again. Arnon Lima says in real life, if taxi is like that, the pilot or company can request another runway to land. Yes, we can request, but if it's busy, you will not get it. In Paris, if you're coming from the north, you land on the north runways. If you're coming from the south, you land on the south runways, unless there is no traffic, which is usually not the case for this time of the day. What actually I can show you as well is that if you land in Paris, even if we land on runway 26 left, it's also a big taxi for this stand, as we most probably need to vacate via Victor 3, taxi via Sierra 3 Tango 6 or Sierra 2 Tango 5 or Sierra 1 Tango 4 and continue straight ahead via Romeo Tango 1, 2 or 3 and then take Romeo here, and then from Romeo you take Foxtrot going north, and then you join Echo and again Tango Bravo 2 Golf 3. So not much we can do. It's also a long taxi. Of course on the other side is a little bit longer, but you have a straight taxiways, then we can try to speed up a little bit. So I will keep this on the approach and ILS. And our missed approach today is to 5000. We fly 651 and then 652 and then PON, which is Pontoise VOR for our missed approach.
Ah, je vais vérifier ça, peut-être c'est ma mémo qui est pas à jour. Aura 528 Romeo.
And now the French are speaking.
Roulage à condense, rappelez prêt.
So I want to overstress my system today, so I'm going to take terrain on the right and also the vertical situation display.
Publié piste 24, donc le publié ce sera très bien. Donc c'est 500 pieds dans le lac, c'est ensuite direct le premier.
I want to make sure my sim can run in this situation. Let's check my frame rate. I will put on the screen for you.
Run Air 23 kilo, frequency change upload, have a nice arrival, bye bye.
So what I have right now is
The quick message for the native one Quebec. How are
Hi, Ryan.
Hello, Marco. Bye, Marco.
yeah, if I keep we have around 31 frames per second right now.
Air France 25, descendez niveau 8-0.
31, 32.
On descend niveau 8-0, Air France 20.
Which is not very nice. Let's see how it goes during the approach. if needed, I'm going to lower my graphic settings for the next one. The problem is that I have a big screen in front of me, so I want to take it to 4K resolution, and I don't think it's working very nice. So maybe I will have to bring it back to full HD.
Il y aura 500 titre Roméo. Du coup, si ça vous va, pour Albert, après Cambrai, un guidage ILS 26 si c'est bon pour vous.
Yeah, so that's what I have.
Allez, on fait ça.
I'm not going to do the changes right now because I'm online, but yeah, most probably I'm going to need something like full HD and not 4K resolution. I have certain difficult attacks in Frankfurt. Actually, Frankfurt is it's not a big deal. The problem in Frankfurt is that you have to understand the runway configuration for takeoff and landing. Because, for example, runway 18 is only used for landing. Also, runway you cannot land on 25 right. So there are a couple of runways you cannot land, a couple of runways that you only take off, but not a big deal, my opinion. Frankfurt, the taxiways, they are well spaced, not like here in Paris. In Paris the problem is that we have a couple of roundabouts in the airport. It looks strange, but yeah. Em Paris a gente tem algumas rotatórias lá no aeroporto. Vocês vão ver. We call it in English roundabouts. And this is French. It's always difficult to understand the French's mind.
24 libre, vent 262 avec 15 nœuds.
Arno Lima says 31 FPS sounds good. I fly with 10 or 15. Now 10 or 15 it's you cannot. You need at least 25. Vander Eduardo, another member of the channel, say hey. So Arno, at least, my friend, 25. And actually that's a good one because our eyes cannot really define anything more than 25 frames per second. So if you have continuous 25 frames per second, you will not see the difference, okay? Of course, if you have 25 with some stutters, yes, then your eyes can see and those kind of things, but you have a constant 25 is not a problem. So that's why I lock my frames per second to 35, and ideally I want to keep it at 30, but that's the thing, I want a constant 30. So when you go to a big airport with a more complex airplane, you also want to keep that at 30. And if you notice, my graphic card was running at 99%, so basically it was giving me everything I could. The problem here is that I have IVAO application, I have Microsoft Flight Simulator, I have the OBS for this live stream. I also have my internet browser, so to read the chat with you. So a lot of things are going on here on my computer. So that's why I think in this case I may have to lower back my settings to HD and not 4K. Now say that to FSX, yeah. I know, it's not very well optimized, FSX and Prepare 3D, even though the Prepare 3D is a little bit better than FSX. And I'm really impressed that Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 works on some medium computers. When I say medium, when I talk about the hardware itself. So, yeah. I do have a nice computer, but so many things going on, and it's a notebook, so yeah, sometimes it can be a problem.
Portugal Bravo 88 identified, climb flight level 330.
Climb level 330, airport below it.
Arnold Lima say it locks the FPS in 31, but it only runs at 31 over the ocean. Yeah, in Microsoft Flight Simulator you will have a problem even over the ocean. So now I'm adding some thrust because we are losing speed.
Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot, vectors LS runway 27 right, turn right heading 210.
Right heading 210, Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot. So we are going to take heading and turn heading to 210. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to come here on the legs page and I'm going to select the final fix 27 right. I'm going to put it on top and I'm going to, for now I'm going to select direct. So it's going to give me
Have a nice day, bye-bye.
a direct heading to that point. So I know my profile more or less. I can reduce my thrust and I can also change to level change. So MCP speed, and now I can control the speed and I'm going to maintain 250 knots.
À France 2025, tournez à gauche, cap 360.
Gauche, Cap Nord, France 20.
Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot, descent flight level 80.
Then flight level 80, Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot. So altitude 80 is set.
Fever 3465, frequency change approved, and expect not approach when...
Something that we have to understand when we talk about FPS is that usually
Have a nice arrival, bye-bye.
the
Frequency change is approved and expecting
simulators, they need a good computer. And yeah, I know what you're talking about, Arnaud. I had big problems before when I used to fly FSX and even Flight Simulator 98, 2000, 2002, all of them. My computer was not enough. I was always running in low graphics settings, and this is the first simulator that I can run in a good graphics settings. So I'm very glad my computer it's a good one. It's not the one that I wanted though, but good enough. And the only thing, I'm going to revert it back to HD, and I think with HD it was running quite good.
033, descendez niveau 220.
Niveau 220 pour 033.
Air Portugal Bravo 88, clear direct to Couris.
So here we are heading 210, being radar vector to the final.
Direct Couris.
But if I want to know where is the final, actually, another thing that I can do, I can go direct to Fox 27 right, but instead of going direct and executing, I can select the final approach course of 264. So I select 264 here. Once again, 264, and then I put here on intercept course, and then it's going to create the intercept course 264 towards this fix, not my current heading, but the 264, which is the final, and then I can execute, and now I know where is the extended runway center line, so I know that this is my final approach. This year I will make some hardware upgrade in my PC, says figure 753, already preparing it to FS 2024. Yeah, I want to wait for the specifications before changing anything or changing the laptop itself. I really want to wait for the final Microsoft Flight Simulator for the final Microsoft recommendation for the new Flight Simulator, so I don't want to spend money right now. I really hope they can do a better job on optimizing the game, even though it's not bad. This one is not bad, but maybe they can do something even better.
Ah, dommage.
Vander Eduardo says French speaking on frequency are difficult to understand. Man, if you think it's difficult, you are being good with them.
Altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1019.
5,01019. Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot. So 5,000.
Pour plus bas, Unicom Saint-David, bonne arrivée, bonne journée.
QNH is 1019. So we set this to standard. And we do the approach checklist. which stands for altimeters. They are 1019. So what I want to do here, I want to take the seat belts to on, landing lights on, runway turn off on, taxi light on, and we can make here go to PA and tell cabin crew prepare for landing. Now we come back here to talk to ATC. So I'm very happy with this altitude here. This is the point that we want to be at 5,000. Okay, so I'm reaching 5,000 before the final fix, which is 5,000 feet. But remember that we still have to reduce, I would say, at least to 180 knots. So we still have a 70 knots reduction. So let's see how it goes. So far looks nice.
Une R80, il serait, bravo, c'est reçu. Eh bien écoutez, pas de trafic connu dans le secteur. Et alors j'ai pas le QNH régional.
So here we can notice that we are 20 miles to our final fix runway 27 right. And I'm going to reach 5,000 feet, around 10 miles to that fix, and 10 miles is more than enough to reduce 70 knots on the speed and start our descent with flaps 5 speed and speed around 170 to 180.
25, j'ai le Air France 2025 en visu, ouais, franchement c'est sympa.
Ah, nickel.
C'est beau vu du sol aussi.
Ouais, ça c'est grâce à un super contrôleur.
Oh, c'est une sacrée coïncidence surtout.
That's it.
RC Milan 87 Hotel.
Temperature is plus 10 already on the total air temperature, so we don't need engine anti-ice.
On s'aligne 26 droite et on attend pour faire la très très belle photo.
Ah bah oui.
We are getting closer to the final. We are pretty much 5 miles to intercept the final. The glide slope is already above, so I'm going to start reducing our speed, the flaps up speed, which today is 212 knots.
La Transat Alpha, contacteur Lee 123 décimal 875, bonne arrivée.
Ovander says, I'm going to have lunch, good landing, see you, thank you Vander. Later on come back here to see the Catrapo.
Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot, turn right heading 240, clear ILS approach runway 27 right.
Right 240, clear ILS approach runway 27 right, Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot. So 240 is now set, and we can arm our approach because we have Papa November Whiskey identified, is correct sensing, so localizer and glide slope are armed. I can even now change to vertical speed and maintain the vertical speed descent of 500 feet per minute is more than enough. As I prepare to intercept the localizer, I extend flaps to 1 and I can reduce my speed to flap 1 speed, which is 191.
Autorisé décollage piste 26 droite, RC Milan.
Anything below 200 knots, it's good enough for you to intercept the localizer, especially if you are just like me now, that you are almost 20 miles from the runway. You don't really need to reduce much more than this.
La France 12-25 dégagée par Clear, Zulu 3 pardon, et traversée la 27 gauche par Kilo 3.
And here we are,
Air France 12-25.
really close to the final approach.
Pour traverser la piste en Charlie.
Alors, la 27 gauche à traverser et par Kilo 3.
figured I'm trying to improve my listening in English. French and Germans are good to this improvement. Yeah, I think if you expose yourself to English as much as you can, that's the better way. It doesn't matter if it's a Brazilian speaking, if it's American, a British, German, of course. If you can understand different ones, it's even better. So let's go to the head, localizer capture. So our final heading is 264 is set. And I'm going to select flaps 5 now and reduce our speed towards flap 5 speed. Glide slope, capture, and the missed approach altitude is 5000, is already set.
Frequency change approved, merci du contrôle, Aviator 836, au revoir.
Bonne journée. Air France 1225, roulez poste Fox 80 via Delta, Québec et Golf et
yeah, Delta, Québec. Okay, this is the final approach fix at crossing at 5100.
Alors, Golf Echo Unité pour l'entrée en parking.
Golf Echo Unité.
14 miles to the runway now.
Air France 2025, traversée. Alors, je crois que vous êtes sur un taxiway fermé.
Guys, what I'm going to do today after landing, I'm going to cross later on when ATC cleared us to runway 27. We are going to cross 27 left, and then when I'm on the parallel taxiway, I'm going to end up this live stream, okay? It took longer than I was expecting. Cost index 5 or 6 was not good enough, so I have an appointment coming soon, so after the landing I would just taxi a little bit. I would try to read the rest of the shot while I'm taxiing, and then I finish these live streams, okay?
Oh, is this Emerald there, Victor? Hello, happy to hear you. I try to contact you 3 times. Descent flight level 150 and expect Mike Oscar uniform 7 Sierra arrival.
Oh, here we are. 4,000, which is 3,600 feet about airport elevation.
Hotel Victor, descent flight level 150. Expect
He forgot the taxiway, says Arnon Lima. It's rare, but always happens. Yes. Yes. É raro, mas acontece muito, né? Oh, here we are. Nine miles to the runway right now.
With you.
Just want to make sure there's no other ATC for us today. No. We are going to land. Now we can see already the runway here. Runway 27 right, the one that we are going to make it, and 27 left.
Milan
2500, that means the radio altimeter is alive and detected ground below us at 2500 feet.
Merci Milan 87 Hotel Paris.
Okay, so gear down, flaps to 15, speed to 15, engine start switches continues, and speed brake armed. So yeah, that's it.
Et Paris Contrôle, bonjour, Toram 383 Delta, au niveau 361 nautique de Tolju.
Toram 383 Delta, bonjour, transpondeur 1000.
On transponde 1000, 383 Delta.
Ryanair 690 Golf, ready to copy?
Ready to copy, Ryanair 690.
Ryanair 690 Golf, cleared to Pisa via Lanvy 1 Tango departure, runway 30, initial climb 4000 feet, QNH 1019, squawk 1000.
So this is the perfect one for landing. Okay, now flap to 30, speed to VRF plus 5, which is 153.
Ryanair 690 Golf, we got read that correct?
And we can do landing checklist.
Air France Hotel Tango, bonjour.
Landing checklist, engine start switches, continuous, speed brake, armed, landing gear, down 3 green and flap 30 green light, landing checklist complete.
Bravo, piste 26 droite, niveau initial 100, transpondeur 1000, canage 1019 à De Gaulle, 300 degrés 11 nœuds.
Let me try to adjust my camera here.
86 Hotel Tango, donc le clenage 10-19 est copié. Donc un départ lent.
Like this is fine.
26 droite, montée initiale niveau 100 et le transpondeur 1000.
Air France Hotel Tango, c'est correct. Aviron 383 Delta identifié, direct Lorny, descendez niveau 130.
So, first thing that I want to do, adjust my thrust here and take the auto throttle
Unité 30.
off.
130, 383 Delta.
Aura 528 Romeo, guidage ILS 26, tournez à droite, cap unité 70.
Guidage, approche ILS 26, on tourne à droite.
On off flight.
260, confirmé, 68.
Unité 60.
Short final runway 27 right, Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot.
5 Charlie Foxtrot, oh sorry, I forgot you to clear. Runway 27 right, clear to land, wind 300 degrees 8 knots, sorry.
27 right, quit land, Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot, thank you.
Sorry.
So here we are.
Air Client 87 Hotel, direct Tutuva.
Direct Tutuva, Air Milan 87 Hotel.
Speed 147, est attendu quel terminal à De Gaulle?
Répétez, Speed 147.
Vous êtes attendu quel terminal à De Gaulle?
Ça sera sur Charlie.
Speed brake up.
Charlie 2 reçu.
Reverse as normal.
Pour la 26 gauche. Donc tournez à gauche, cap 320. Guidage ILS 26 gauche.
26 gauche, virage 320. Speed 147.
60 knots.
17 Whisky Papa, niveau 181, route Avalon.
17 Whisky Papa, Paris bonjour, transpondeur 1000.
En 30 mais 17 Whisky Papa.
Easy 7 Hotel Victor, frequency change approved, bye bye.
Unicom for Easy 70 Hotel Victor, bye bye.
Up Protocol Bravo 88, switch Unicom 122 decimal 8.
So left here.
122 decimal 8, thank you for the control left for rally.
Now we can start braking.
Kilo 53 prêt, c'est là.
Air France 25, bonne fin de journée à vous, à bientôt.
Merci du contrôle et à bientôt.
Aura 528 Romeo, descendez à altitude 3000 pieds, quenage 1018 Albert.
3000 pieds,
Here we are.
Et t'as 383 Delta, est-ce qu'on peut...
So we stop here, we can retract our flaps.
Alors justement, je suis en train de regarder, vous...
Set the parking brake. We need clearance to cross, so landing light off, turn off and taxi light off. Strobo light also off. Transponder on transponder.
Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot, cross runway 27 left, and behind taxi to stand Quebec 20 via Delta, Quebec and Foxtrot.
Delta Quebec Foxtrot Quebec 20, we are clear to cross to 7 left, Ryanair 5 Charlie Foxtrot, thank you. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to disconnect from VATSIM, so we don't have to taxi, so I'm offline now. Okay, the only thing that we were going to do differently now, if we were on the gate, it was we were going to start our APU. Okay, so I'm going to wait for the APU to start, and as we approach the gate, if we were taxiing, taxi light will be on at this time, and then approaching the gate, taxi light off. We park and we wait for the APU a couple of seconds. I'm going to do the shutdown with you. So APU is almost there. VATSIM or IVAO? I'm on IVAO, International Virtual Aviation Organization, for today. So, waiting for the APU to come So here we go. APU is on. APU generator are connected now, and as we approach the gate we can shut down our engines. We can do our shutdown procedures. Fuel pumps go off, seat belts go off, electric hydraulic pumps, they go off, APU bleed on, anti-collision light off, flight directors off, and the last one we have here, we can remove the ILS frequencies. Shutdown checklist that says fuel pumps, they were supposed to be off, but we have one pump on for APU. Probe, oops, fuel pump, so off. Probe heat at this time is off, but the correct response for this airplane is auto, because we have the auto position there. Hydraulic panel is set. Flaps, they are up. Parking brake is on. Weather radar, my mistake, I didn't, sorry, engine start levers, they are cut off. Weather radar, they are off. Shutdown checklist is complete. And then after everybody get off this airplane, we can do the secure as well. So the secure would be IRS to off. We also take the emergency exit lights to off. Now in preparation to shut down the APU, we take the fuel pump off, PEX off, isolation valve open, APU bleed to off. Okay, usually that's the way we do. And now, still with the APU on, we can do the secure checklist. Okay, so secure checklist says IRF, they are off. Emergency exit lights, they are off. I forgot about the window heat. They were supposed to be turned off at this time as well, so that's why we do checklists. So window heats, they are off. PEX, they are off. And secure checklist is complete. Okay, now if nobody is going to work on this airplane, we do not have the external ground power, we can completely shut down this this airplane. By doing this today, we just need to turn off the APU, and 2 minutes later we turn off the battery. I'm not going to wait the 2 minutes, okay? I'm just going to take the APU off, okay, and take the battery off, so our airplane is cold and dark again. Okay, so sorry I didn't do the taxi for you, but I'm in a rush right now. I take the external camera here, and let's see what you said. Yep, that's it, guys. Thank you for joining me today on this live stream. No more messages here, and maybe I will be back on Sunday morning. Okay, so Sunday morning around it's going to be around 11, I would say around 5 a.m. in the morning, 6 a.m. in the morning. That's the time I'm going to be with you on Sunday. So for the ones that wake up really early in Brazil on Sunday, I will be here in the morning. In Europe, it's going to be around 9 a.m. So nice time for you guys in Europe to join me on the next live stream. I still don't know the place, but I know I'm going to be flying the 737 around on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Okay, guys, thank you so much, and see you next time. And thank you for the 4,000 subscribers on this channel. See you again.